Leah with Enlightened Mystic Essentials, and today we are going to discuss the three signs that are fated to suffer for the Pisces moon. And the three signs, right, could fall in a zodiac sign, a planet sign, or somewhere in your chart. There are going to be these three signs because there are 12 houses and 12 zodiac signs. So if you have, which you most likely do, have a zodiac, a planet, or a house in Pisces, Cancers, or Sagittarius, you are going to go through some things during the time of September full moon. Some type of hardships. And this month is more so on like your happiness and your emotions. But when you speak happiness and emotions, you have to be careful because you don't want to get so down in a rut or become so irritated that you start to destroy relationships, partnerships, friendships, any type of business like situations, whether it be like at work with coworkers, just hunker down and hold on tight. So let's see what all these three signs, what they need to heal. We're gonna have three cards of healing, and then we're gonna break them down, get some insights, and we're gonna see what's going on. I'm in another location, so I had to make these videos, so that's why I'm not in my usual spot. So I ask you to bear with me with the light because the lighting is different, all right? So Spirit, for all of those who will watch this video and a zodiac sign, planet, or a house falls in Cancer, Pisces, and Sagittarius, what needs to be healed at this time? What needs to be healed at this time? Pride comes out as a feminine energy. If you are new to my channel, I'm Leah. I read numbers, colors, and talk to spirit. Pride comes in as a 7. 7 is a number of self-reflection. Another healing for Cancers, Pisces, Sagittarius. They're flipping love. Love is here. Sorry for the glare. I see it. Comes in as a 1. The one you, the one thought, the one journey. Another healing for Cancer, Pisces, and Sagittarius. Changes, baby. Phoenix is rising to bring forth changes. And if you have not went and viewed my new channel of dark actions and plots, you can find that at YouTube, of course. Dark Mystic 666. 666 represents divine, right? So let's get your energies at this time for Pride, Love, and Phoenix rising. And I am getting ready to upload a new video this week as well at Dark Mystics. I was going to say for Pride, all tied up in the heart chakra. All tied up towards the heart chakra. This is pride. Some of you need to speak up and apologize, or some of you feel like someone needs to apologize to you, but guess what? It still creates a wounded. Someone is half dead, half alive, half skeletal, half human. It's like literally eating someone alive, right? And for love, Spirit, what is the energy here for love? You have 2, patience towards a thinking man. You have another set of 2 energies here. This is going to be heavy. And for your Phoenix rising, Spirit, what is the energy here for the changes? Phoenix rising. Thank you. Let's go. The creation of blooming abundance. The creation of blooming abundance. Now, let's go doorway, gateway to spirit. Spirit, what cannot be seen in the physical but is there in the spiritual for pride, for Cancers, Pisces, and Sagittarius. The well watcher, representing wisdom and the power of the divines, also coming in as a 7. But here you have to be careful because the color is brown. So you must make a choice. Will you accept, or would you reject it? Because either one of these three can be for anyone. You have to sit here and see what fits with you the best, right? And for love, what cannot be seen in the physical but is there in the spiritual? For love, someone has themselves in a box, the prison waif, representing self-sabotage and lack of thought, lack of consciousness. Someone has put themselves in a box, also the color brown. And for phoenix rising towards blooming abundance, spirit. Ooh, stop, right? The prison wave comes in, and then another card comes out, but it is in reverse. Preparation, prayers, and sacred rituals come in reverse. Someone is not prepared here. You don't even see it. And then it's upside down. Someone has not performed enlightened some enlightenment of work, or some of you may be bound or feeling down or feeling like you're blocked or stuck because someone has done some type of work here for you to feel as if you're a prisoner and you're bound to bad luck or misfortune. And that card also is brown. Be careful. And for Phoenix rising towards the blooming abundance, spirit, for Cancers, Pisces, and Sagittarius. Sisters of the season, a lot of you, as you know, our fall equinox is on the way, right? Autumn, fall, change. The Sisters of the Season talks about everybody getting ready to rotate on their pathways in the time of fall. And if you listen to people or you look at some readings, you will hear people speaking about fall is getting ready to bring forth a change, and it is, right? And don't forget, everyone is on the wheel of fortune. So let's shut down your Phoenix rising in this love situation, and let's look at pride. Pride comes in telling us that someone has their heart area blocked, or their heart area has been wounded by pride. Who cannot speak and say that they are sorry, or who does not have a way into speaking or putting it in words, or even just putting it in a way or a manner for the correct gestures to say I'm sorry? Who The person who needs to speak up, or the person who has not spoken up, is the person that is wounded here. And it is pertaining to changes of the heart coming in. And this is also, together, they represent the 7. 7 is a number of self-reflection, because they're telling us a lot of you need to have to change, being all tied up. Someone has you bound and being feminine, in a feminine energy. Feminine energy talks about a person who is weak, someone who is stuck, someone who lacks, someone who cannot move, someone who cannot see, a person who has no motivation when it comes to this heart situation. So all of you that are going through times or like breakups and separations, maybe divorces. Some of you are having court battles. Some of you are having court battles with child support. Some of you are in a time where you may be losing your homes, right? Because you have to settle in a time of like court, or the judge may order you to sell your home. I also hear restraining orders. Yeah, matters of the heart. Some of you may have been hurt because your ex, girlfriend, boyfriend may have another lover, or you have found out about third party situations, right? But it's like a time, and some of you, it's a time where you cannot move on. And they're telling us the well watcher is here, representing the 7, another 7, right? And it's all about you, because here you have 777. That is the creation of someone's pride being wounded upon being tied up in a heart situation or by a heart matter, because a person needs to accept divine wisdom and knowledge. But the thing about it is, you always have an option of a decision that you have to make. The main colors here are white, orange, and brown. The white talks about the purity and the clarity of the orange. The orange talks about the road being open, the way being clear upon your acceptance or your rejection of the situation. Brown. Some of you may need to start working with road opener or some type of success. You can go to my website at enlightenedmystic.org. It's there. Everything comes with instructions and everything you need. So let's go. I'm going straight to the all tied up with this heart situation, because the thing about it is, of course, a person's pride would be hurt, right, in a heart situation. So let's see, Spirit, what is the insight towards all tied up in the fourth chakra? All tied up in the fourth chakra. Sorry. Spirit, what surrounds all tied up towards the fourth chakra for Cancers, Pisces, and Sagittarius at this time? Towards your pride. Your pride. It touches pride, but it looks at your heart. Deceit is here. And deceit comes in and is staring directly over here to this all tied up in heart chakra. Some of you may need to do some type of spell work as far as light work, because deception is here. Deceit is here. And then you have a synchronicity here. Deceit towards the heart. 38, 38. That represents the 2. 2 and 2 makes the 4. 4 talks about the acceptance or the rejection of being restricted or constraints. This is why they tell you it's a time of you need to change. 5 being all tied up in this feminine energy. Some of you don't even know. Some of you have no clue that someone has bound you. Look, she's tied up and like hiding behind the tree, or she couldn't be hiding because someone had to hide her there. So someone has bound you and hid the fact that they have bound you. No. And then they're telling us you will either accept or reject the information or the message that comes forth. Let's go. Why is deceit here, Spirit? For Cancers, Pisces, and Sagittarius. No skill to build up a balance. You got skill, right? Right? Coming in reverse. No skill. No trade, right? No way to get out if you did not know that you were bound by deceit, or you did not know that someone was aiming at your heart. How would you have the knowledge to know that you need to unbind yourself or get out of a rut, right? 8 of skills, right? In reverse. Spirit clarify the 8 of coin, which is skills, in reverse. An emotional offer comes in. This is how you receive someone blessing you with deceit. An emotional offer came in. And for some of you, a person who does not stay still long, a person who comes, goes, moves around, they're with this person, that person, or they're this place, that place. They came in because the way was being clear or the way was open, like your guards was down, that orange ground, and they came in with a offer. And this offer is what came in, and it got you in a position of being stuck. The Knight of Cups comes in with no effort to offer you deceit. Offer you deceit. Spirit clarify the Knight of Cups with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. See? Coming in limbo. Queen of Coin. The Queen of Coin is unsure, on top of the fact that she lacks value or they lack value. Another feminine energy. You have too many feminine energies here. The Queen of Coin talks about someone who lacks value. But value could be anything. Value could be money. Value could be love, a friendship, a partnership, a job. Or it could also be known as knowledge. Someone who lacks affection. Someone who is in a position of lack. And then you're unsure. Well, I need love, but I really don't need it. I want love, but I really don't need it. You know what I mean? I want knowledge, but I really don't need it. I think I know everything. Be careful. A person literally walked in here and bound you. Mm-mm. Spirit, clarify the Queen of Coin on top of your Queen of Coin in limbo. Let me show you. See that? 10 of Coin. 10 of Coin talks about a family situation. Could be a person within your family. Also talks about a money situation. A person who works at your job. But the thing about it is, you see how the child is offering this dog money. Dogs talk about friend or enemy. This is a person who is in your area. 10 of Coins is also a business or company or organization. This could be anybody, but they are around you. It also could talk about someone in your neighborhood. Because don't dogs run around in neighborhoods? Be careful. Let's go underneath the deck. Let's see what's going on. And death comes in towards the Empress. Who is the Empress? The Empress is a person who offers challenges, arguments, disagreements. A person who offers low energy, low vibration, and also could be a person who does dark spell work as well, because the creation of that spell work is right here. See the smoke? A person who burns candles. And then they tell us that a major change comes in. But this change that comes in has been a change that has been created from the Empress. See how the Empress extends her arm with that snake and sticks out that foot as a challenge towards these towers? But then they tell us who it goes towards, or who is it for? A person who is strong, a person who is solid. So I'm going to tell you now, King of Coin, this person, whoever you're fighting, arguing with, having disagreements with, a person who you may feel like right now you're watching this reading and someone pops into your mind, or you have a feeling of a person, this person has came in and created major changes towards you in a time in which you were sitting pretty, or a time in which you were stable, a time in which many of you were abundant and you were solid. And this Empress created a wounding for you. See that? And not just you being grounded, or not just because you were solid and they wanted you to be in lack, but they told you where, in what area, that 10 of coin, right? In a family situation, in a job, any type of business or company or organization that deals with money, or even within your neighborhood. This could be a neighbor, this could be a neighbor's family member. It's all about argumentation and confrontation. Be careful. So we're gonna keep going. So when you was at a point of being solid, now you're not, or you're gonna experience this. And don't forget, they told us deceit was here. And then we keep going. So they tell us 5 of staff comes in. Conflict of action, fighting, yelling, arguing, disagreements towards feeling so sad. Look at this, 5 of cups. You got fives, right? Changes. Now someone is going to experience change in action, and change in feelings or emotions towards a new plan of happiness. That will now become 9 of cups, a time of juggle, struggle. 2 of coin. Be careful. Be careful. And they're telling you, whoever this person is that's offering all this argument, fighting, fussing, yelling, making a scene, causing a scene, in this person, into the Empress, into the disagreements, into the fighting, into the swearing, into the physical altercations in that person. Meaning, let them go. Don't say Leah said to end them, literally end them. I said let them go. And a lot of you guys, your hearts are tied up in it. But this person is deceitful, and a lot of you have learned the knowledge that is going to hurt your pride, that is going to hurt your ego. But at the end of the day, the message was still delivered. You can either accept or reject it. Right? So let's move on to this love situation. More love. But this love situation is more for a couple. Someone who is married, someone who is in a committed relationship. Like, you know that's your girlfriend, boyfriend. You know that's your husband, that's your wife. Other people know that your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, and wife. Relationship factors, right? Commitment factors. Also talks about agreements, right? Contracts, promises, not the IOUs, but the promises, written form, right? Signatures needed, the I do's, the I wills, the I ams, right? So love comes in. See the message. We'll get to it. So love comes in as a one. The one you, the one thought, the one journey that needs to be healed in a marriage, if you're divorced or if you're separated, or in a relationship factor. But in love, you must be careful because the person who has betrayed love is the one that is standing. And then they also tell us in this love situation, someone could have used some type of dark magic because here is a voodoo doll. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, and blood. And if you look at this image, the feminine is still standing, and there's a portrait of the husband or the masculine in the background. So it could also talk about someone using dark magic or some type of witchcraft, right? In a love situation, whether it ended or you went through a separation or a divorce. So then they tell us the thinking man comes in and looks for clarity and being patient. This could also tell us that there was some type of argument, fighting, yelling, or the separation or the divorce came in at this time because a person was in a state of confusion here. If you were in a relationship where like someone just, sprung up and started an argument for no reason, you would be a person who was looking for clarity in a situation that you did not understand. Also, I get like a person who gets angry really quick or a person who expresses like rage. They needed a break or I hear a peace of mind. So they were searching for clarity for that peace of mind, patience. Together they come in as the number 8. 8 represents spiritual rebirths and rejuvenations, also known as transformations, calling for a spirit to a person or a situation, the 8. So they tell us that in this time of a person finding clarity or their patience, that someone has blocked themselves in or they have became blocked. Because don't forget, black magic has been implicated here. Right? And then a person could have put them in a cell, right? Or blocked them in or cornered them off so they wouldn't go out and roam or they wouldn't go out and date others or mess around with others until they had their time of calming down. And they tell us that what else was created was a person not to have any action, passion, or drive to create any type of wish fulfillment. Prayers being unprepared, no prayers are being heard. Someone is not being prepared, and someone is not able to do any type of spell work or ritual work. Be careful because a person is stuck. A person is stuck. And don't forget, we got brown. You must accept or reject. Brown talks about what you can accept, what you can reject, the settling down, calming down of a situation or a person, what needs to end and what needs to be buried, right? So let's look into, 6 of coin. They're telling us it's time for you to bring a balance. The creation within a creation brings forth a balance of giving and receiving. See that? It's time to balance this situation. So let's look into this love situation and see what's going on or what has happened here. All right? Spirit, what is surrounding the love for all to see? That came out quick. Differences. Time to settle your differences. Differences come in as a 9. 9 is the divine's calling for your attention to a person. Could be this person or this person. And a situation. What are the situations? Needing to settle your differences. Needing to find patience. Right? But the ultimate thing here is bringing forth a balance. And this balance could actually end in separation or divorces. Because a person has took it to another level that they feel like they have to do some type of work to get anything with you or, accomplished. So let's look into love. Spirit, why is love here for Cancers, Pisces, and Sagittarius at this time? Love. Be careful. Hiding, because it would have been hidden. See it? Hidden. The god of earth, which is the queen of coin. Someone who is in lack. Someone needs to make a decision, right? About what? About happiness or struggle. See that? Someone here does not know what to do. Someone here, the queen of coin, because in this deck, gods represent queens and goddesses represent king. They flip-flop. They have to make a decision because it comes in as a 4. To do what? To bring forth a balance. 6. Together they make the 6. The 1 and the 5. 6. They have to make a decision. Is it worth happiness, the trouble, or the struggle? Someone has a decision to make. Someone has a decision to make. We are going to now look into this prison waif. And because it talks about self-sabotage. Some people have literally self-sabotage a situation in love. And it also talks about poverty of consciousness, lack of thought. And it also comes in as a 4. Prison waif. Towards the altar priestess that is in reverse. Someone creating a wish fulfillment. Someone doing some type of candle work. See that? No action, no passion, no drive to do anything but stay stuck. So if you are in a situation and you not moving or you don't have a thought and don't know what to do, I advise you to get some spiritual help. Because it's not just you. Spirit, why is the prison waif here with the altar priestess in reverse? Why is it here? Over this patience. 10 of Cups in limbo. 10 of Cups represent a home situation or a place of comfort. But a person is unsure about a home situation, a place of comfort, which represents some type of building or structure. For the 10 of Cups in reverse, for the 10 of Cups in limbo. For some of you, it may be reverse. Juggle, struggle. 2 of coin. I'm starting to call out other cards. So 2 of coin, 2 of cups, the juggle struggle of a relationship. For the underneath the deck, Spirit says underneath the deck, taking action. The Knight is taking action, right, towards the illumination of someone who is mentally wounded. Be careful. By moving away or moving on. But what is a person taking action to move away from? The 7 of Swords. The Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords with the 6 of Swords makes the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords talks about sneaky actions or someone who has a plan of action that was manifested, the Magician, towards the news, Page of Staff, of a solid offering, knight of coin, of strength. And this is transformational strength. To do what? Change a pathway, change of a commitment, spiritual leader, spiritual teacher. Someone is changing their path. So if you were together, someone is making up their mind to leave. But you never know how the exit may be, so be careful. Why? Why is someone changing up Hierophant? The pathway or commitment factor, spiritual leader, spiritual teacher, right? Because someone is tired of being mentally stuck on a new journey in love, love of self, love of someone else, love of something else, and being blocked by the attachments. You see how the Three of Cups is between the person and the Hierophant? They are tired. And they want to communicate to the High Priestess. Oh boy, someone is getting ready to get some type of spiritual help. About what? About this relationship factor, Two of Cups. And when they talk, whether it be a person who gets like a personal reading, spiritual reading on themselves, or a lover's relationship, because you can do all that, or a pathway change, right? High Priestess, they tell us that this person is going to get some type of help, whether it be a reading or they learn how to do some work on themselves. Major changes is coming in, Pet Tower, right? Towards a person who is solid. You see that? Someone is going to gain their position. Someone is going to gain their grounding. But they tell us this person is going to be single. And this single comes in as the unseen, the unknown, Nine of Coins towards the moon, and the divine truth thereof. What a person uses the Ace of Swords for, they either give truth or cut away a relationship. Be careful. And then they keep telling us, look, some of you are getting ready to end, and I'm going to show you real quick. A reconciliation is not going to happen because they tell us sneaky actions are involved. And sneaky actions that have went towards the wounded warrior. Whoever was wounded in this situation. Why? Because a person faced a loss towards ending a cycle, Ten of Swords, and they tell us that was the devil involved in someone's feelings towards a person who was weak in their feelings. So when I say be careful, be careful. I'm telling you now, look into your birth charts if you haven't, to see where Pisces, Cancers, and Sagittarius fall. My Sagittarius is in my moon. Let's keep going. Be careful. But someone is going to get some type of spiritual help here. I'm telling you now. And they're going to find the answers they need. Whether a person cheated, a person lied to them, a person stole. They find out the DNA test. It wasn't even their kid. I'm telling you. Some money was taken. Love is going to be lost. I'm telling you. And someone may get wind of love leaving, and they go do some type of spiritual work or get some type of spiritual services or spiritual guides. Because people do it all the time. People do it all the time. That's why I say don't think that you were the only one, because you're not. But see, it just depends on the energy of which a person requests. Dark or light. Brown, green, pink. It don't matter. It depends on what's on a person's mind, how a person feels. Because don't forget, how you feel is what you think. And what you think is how you act. So be careful. For all of those who are going to go and deal with this situation. Be careful. Last one. Last healing for our Pisces moon in September. Also known as the harvest moon, right? Harvest moon, time of collecting, time of changing, because a change of form, where a seed was planted, a seed has grown, now a seed is blooming. You see, a lot of people are getting ready to go through changes. I've been telling people all for months. We're in a time of change. And a lot of you start paying attention to who you run into and who pops up from your past. Let's go. Changes comes in towards the phoenix rising. Someone here is going to conjure or create changes. And this person who does this, they're going to do it by the book. This is why they come in as a feminine energy of being wounded, because this is a person who has no knowledge of how to manifest and how to bring forth changes. But this person is going to do just that. They're going to get some help. And when they get help, they create blooming abundance. But I'm going to tell you something about this blooming abundance. You got to be careful, because this blooming abundance may not be the right blooming abundance for you, because it's their blooming abundance. And a lot of people are starting to open up, and a lot of people are starting to talk, and they're starting to speak. And a lot of people are learning that once I say something, it's so much easier for me to get out how I feel, talk to people, and learn what I need to do to create and manifest my abundance. A lot of people are going to see therapists, psychologists. Oh, they're talking. A person is talking and coming in as the 8, the 5, and the 3 make the 8 spiritual rebirths and rejuvenations, also known as transformations, calling for a spirit to a person, phoenix rising, to create changes in a situation. The creation of blooming abundance leads us to our sisters of the season, cycles of growth, natural law, and divine order. And this also comes in as an 8. A transformation within a transformation represents the 7. Who is the 7? Us, baby. Human. We are 7. We are 7. And then the person that learns this knowledge, because you have a lot of people that are curious. I hear Spirit say they're curious. A lot of people are curious, and they have been watching readings, and they have learned that, oh, all I got to do is email Leah. Email me. I'm going to talk to you. It don't make me no difference, because this is what I do. But the person who is getting help, receiving help, they're comfortable at what they do. The main colors here is white and blue. The purity and the clarity of someone being calm, cool, collective, and relaxed. Blue also talks about a person who is in a tranquil state. Because you know why? They're going to find out some type of information or knowledge. That's why the book is here and the books are in the background. They're going to find out some type of knowledge. And they're going to manifest, and they're going to create, and they're going to call forth. And then also I pick up people are learning how to release any type of trap, tension, or negative energy. They're learning how to release this, because they are learning that this entrapment of energy is causing health problems, right? People are going to learn. People, they want to know. So let's see what surrounds Phoenix Rising. Spirit for all of those to see. What is the insight for Phoenix Rising? You guys may hear my kids in the background. Sorry, they just got home from school. They're just talking away. Listen, you received too. Trapped. I told you. Time of releasal. Trapped. Towards the high priestess of fire. Let me tell you. Together they represent the creation. Be careful. Right? The creation, right? Of changes being created within creativity and passion, so someone can be released from entrapment. Try to get it where you can see it. And this black bird comes in a form of communication or messages. But black also talks about banishment. Someone wants to be out of this cage, out of a block, right? Out of being stuck, out of being bond, like bound. Be careful. Someone here, they're going to say, you know what? Leo was right. I am stuck. I am blocked. I do have blocked energy. And it's time for me to make a change. The high priestess of fire comes in as a 5. Changes towards self. The creation of changes towards self. And it's going to be so lovely, because it's going to be abundant, baby. The creation. The creation of change. The creation of prosperity and harmony and wisdom, right? So let's get into this Phoenix rising, because and it's funny because me myself, I would tell you quickly, oh, it's gonna be a beautiful thing. Yeah, because not all people partake in like dark energy or dark rituals. People actually come into light work for self. You know how many people I have helped energy build? People who have been under attack by their families, by their co-workers, by their bosses, by their friends, just by the outside world, and they go into a state of darkness or depression or self lack of love. When I say it's going to be a beautiful thing, it's going to be a beautiful thing because a lot of people are going to come forth and ask for help on building up themselves and making themselves more successful and more energetic, like energetic energy out, and more protective. That they're gonna be attracting so much stuff, so many good things that it's gonna be crazy. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good thing though, because now you're gonna have a whole bunch of people running around here with light energy. They're just gonna be everywhere. The people who you see in the morning. Good morning, John. Good morning, Sue. Good morning, Nancy. Good morning, Billy. Good morning, Bob. And then the people who are gonna be like, they're gonna be like, you know what? I'm just so tired of them. What are they on? Natural high, baby, of energy, right? Spirit, why is Phoenix rising here for the changes of creation of wisdom? The dreamer, baby, they're coming. Creativity coming forth with change. The dreamer comes in as a 5. Changes are upon many. A lot of curiosities are going to be resolved. A lot who have dreamed or been in a dream state and they have wondered, that is going to come to an end. The illumination of feelings is going to become very strong, because here the dreamer holds up the moon, a full moon, towards the feelings of being in the water. And don't forget, water represents a person who needs to be baptized, purified, or spiritualized, as I say. They're coming into the spiritual realm of illumination and enlightenment and celebration. What more could you want towards the dreamer creating changes? Spirit, clarify the dreamer over your high priestess of fire. More changes towards the passion of creativity. Communication comes in. 8 of staff, towards a person who was held back. The creation of a person who was held back, right? Stop, block, couldn't move. A person who had the weight of the world on their shoulders, or a person who stepped the design of the divine comes in. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to leave it in the past, because they're going to go on a new journey in love, whether it be love of self or love of someone else or love of something else. Changes. I'm telling you. That is the person walking away with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Staff, a person who's on a new journey in love. And, anytime you do like energy building or like protection work, that's all for self. It's not being greedy, but it is to gain enlightenment or light in another way or another manner. When I say you be filled with so much energy, you're gonna be so happy, because you're gonna start to see the difference of attraction. I'm telling you, keep going, keep going. Underneath the deck, let's go. See that? Stand up for your victory. The person here in the 7 of staff is a person who is on a journey in love, red staff, towards the 6 of staff in the background. Victory. Woo. Why are you on a journey? And why are you in a journey of like action or love or success upon a victory? Because I am going to stand up and learn how to step over low energy. 9 of coins. You see that person stepping over that steak? That snake? I said steak, y'all. Oh my God. Who eats steak? And they receive a message of love. A lot of red is here. So you go from a red style to a red bird. Red action, love of action, to a love message or a message of love. Yes. Changes, baby. Changes. Towards what or from what it stems from. A person who was argumentative, challenging, A person who gave you just a little bit too much, right? That you didn't want. An offer comes in, and when this offer comes in, it is an offer of a new plan. 8 of Cups. But the Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups with the 8 of Cups makes the 9 of Cups. And what is the 9 of Cups? Happiness. What? Oh, so you trying to tell me these 9 of Cups here is the same thing as the creation of blooming abundance and that my time is coming? Oh, okay. Not so bad. It's all upon the action that you take. When you hold that red staff in your hand, red represents blood, love, or defeat. The red of blood talks about you are journeying for your family. Bloodline, right? Defeat talks about you're in a journey where you end up in a place of being blocked or staying stuck or being held back. But that journey in love talks about a person who wants to create changes. Mm-hmm. All right, Phoenix rising. A person who is a dreamer. And dreamers are ambitious. They are go-getters. They are the hustlers of our society, right? When you talk about that love, that is the creation of that drive of creativity, passion of creativity. It's so many fives here. It's ridiculous. Change. A person who wants change for self, because this is a 7, self-action. So what is the staff that you hold in your hand? Is it for bloodline or your family? Is it for defeat purposes or is it for love of self purposes? And when you speak that river, when this person comes and crosses over the river, you got it made because river talks about passage. Rivers talks about passage. It's so much good stuff here. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna show you real quick. So don't forget, right? The 9 of Cups is here for the taking, right? 9 of Cups, 9 of Cups. And then they tell us that the 9 of Cups comes in away from a loss. And who helps with this is the High Priestess. Oh, the High Priestess comes out again. Towards what? Towards a person who wants to go on a new journey in love, but this person is stuck by their attachments. About towards ending a cycle. See that? 10 of Swords. And finding strength. To do what? Allow these major changes, major actions, the shake down and the shaking up, where a lot of you are going to wake up. And when you wake up, the spiritual realm is going to be acknowledged. And major action is going to be taken upon that moon. Or the time of the moon very quickly. Why? Why? Because people are tired of juggling and struggling. See that? To a coin, and they want to be in their homes or a place of comfort, away from a time of feeling bad, down, sad, 5 of Cups, or even dealing with sneaky actions. See that? 7 of Swords. A person is getting ready to answer the call. I'm telling you, because a person is learning their willpower goes a long way. And a lot of you see how that person faces the moon. You're going to answer the call and you're going to move forward, walking into your future, leaving that past behind. And what is in your past? Heartbreak, sad, headaches, pain, deprivement. Who wants it? And guess what they say? You're going to move forward, 6 of Swords, but therefore you must create it. You see that? And a lot of you don't know how. Look, lack of mental. But guess what? They're telling us your new beginning is coming, fool, towards laying down burdens, baby. And doing what? Gaining your knowledge. Changing your pathway, changing your commitment, going to a new place of worship, learning who to listen to and who not to listen to, and receiving that offer. Why will you receive the offer of change? Because the devil is going to come in here and try to block the truth every day, every way. But guess what they say? It's okay because divine love is here to stay. See that? So where the devil blocks one opportunity, they give you another one. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. I was like, oh no. Look at the signs. But last month, 4 signs was fated to suffer. And this month it was only 3, so we did pretty good. Listen, anybody who needs to talk to me, you can email me at enlightenedmysticessentials@gmail. I have now uploaded my phone number, my business number, onto the website. Anybody who wants to book a personal reading, you can book a reading at enlightenedmystic.org. And also at the website, if you have any questions, hit the chat button down below and I can chat to you or chat to you right then and there. Yeah. Anything else? I think not. But until I talk to you guys later, see you guys later, because I do see some of you guys, right? Thanks for supporting me, right? Thanks for hanging in there with me, right? My riders, as I called y'all, my riders, right? So, and my light family, of course. Like, I get a lot of emails, and I just have conversations with people. You know what I do. But until I see you guys next time, work it out, figure it out, and congratulations on the actions, and congratulations on the acceptance of your information.